It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we've got CeeDee Lamb, who's closing in on 1,000 yards receiving on the year. It's the Cowboys and the Patriots, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, it's that time of year. A little bit more urgency. The calendar page turns to November. We kind of know who the good teams are. The midpoint of the NFL season, always a great time to take a step. We are ready, and so is Brandon Aubrey to kick this one off. And off we go from Foxborough. Here comes the return from a yard or two deep. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down side of the 25-yard line. The New England offense getting ready to go to work here. They'll be led by the man from North Carolina, 6'4", quarterback Drake May.
If there was one thing that was clear right off the jump from our meeting last week, Mike, it was the fact that he shouldered almost all of the blame for last week's loss on himself. Remember what he called his 2 interceptions. He said those are inexcusable. But when you go back and really study the tape, not everything was his fault. Protection at times, spotty. The separation downfield of some of his playmakers, very inconsistent. And truthfully, I didn't love all of the play calls. They're going to have to be better as an entire offense for him to play better at the quarterback position.
May to throw on second down. It finds the hands of Marquise Brown. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
Here we go. Alert, check.
Off the play fake, here's May. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he will have this at midfield, forced out of bounds there. They get an even 20 on that one. Good for a Patriots first down. On the option, they give it to Mixon. And that'll be a pickup of 3. On second down, it's May. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
13 yards on the catch there. First down, New England.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. We'll try again. It's second and 10. To throw now, May. Now quick throw, taken in by Brown. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. A run here with Mixon. He'll fight forward for a short pickup to the 16. Second down and 8. Here's May. It's Samuel on the screen. He's going to be out of bounds, but he's got the first down, and they are going to set up from the 7-yard line. They'll run here with Mixon. He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6. Now here's 2nd and goal.
Come on. Unlock line. Go.
Again, it'll be Mixon. Looking for a seam, but will not find one. He'll take this down to the 4-yard line. Third and goal.
Let's go now.
May gonna look to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
Palmer now to return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. And taking the snaps, a quarterback now in his 3rd year in the league.
It's not often that you can win by multiple scores in the NFL, so you got to imagine they're coming into this week's game with a lot of confidence. They were able to put together a pretty well-rounded performance in all 3 phases last week. So again, can they build off that? Can they continue to grow as an entire team? Because offense, defense, and solid contribution from their special teams, they showed last week, and going forward, this is going to be a hard team to beat.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. They'll look to throw. This pass right side, caught by Lamb.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
They get 18 on that one. First down, Cowboys. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7.
Offside. Defense.
As they try to run it here. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Try to pick this one up on the ground. 14 on the pickup. That's good for a Dallas first down. They put Pickens in motion. To the goal line and in. George Pickens. Touchdown, Cowboys. That's his 8th touchdown of the season. Their head coach, 2 fingers in the air. They'll say no to the extra point to go for 2. This is caught. He's got it. And they tack 2. onto their lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Couldn't take the chance. They're going to return it from the goal line. He's across the 20, taking down just shy of the 25. The Patriots offense going to take over now for the second time. The deficit is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here, and they'll begin it with 1st and 10. To throw is May. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in bounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
With that, I want to give you a look here at the receiving numbers for him from the game a week ago. Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. Throwing now is May. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really nice job with the protection up front. Just nobody could get open downfield, so it's a combination of your offensive weapons have to do a better job taking advantage of that time to work and separate. But also, how impressive is that by that defense to be able to cover for that amount of time? I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10.
Unlock line. Unlock line.
May to the air once more. Open man is Douglas. It's complete. Second time they've connected on this drive. And 19 yards out of this one.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
And he's going to be taken down, but not until he reaches the 20-yard line.
I've always gone by the philosophy, Mike, that the pass sets up the run. And in these last 2 plays, that's exactly what happened. You hit them with the big pass, they adjust. You soften them up a little bit, you take advantage for the big gain on the ground.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. On 1st down, they keep it on the ground, and they keep it with Mixon.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Let's go.
Here's a give up the middle to Mixon. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line. So they'll talk over what to do on this. Important one here. Want to keep this drive moving. Got to pick up 3rd and 4. Throwing is May. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Pats will cut the deficit down to 2. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Palmer now to return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. He had the touchdown pass on the opening drive, and as we take a look at the NFL leaders in TD passes coming in, it's right there among the best in the league. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. Handoff here, up the middle, and not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Here's 3rd and 2. They'll stick with him again. Trying to work quickly here and put the pressure on the defense. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have a Cowboys first down. They managed to convert. That'll keep the drive alive. Now this time they'll look to throw. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. And he's got Palmer. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
He'll drop to throw. Quick throw here is complete. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. When you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day.
And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
Let's go now. Bring it.
Now a give on the ground. Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, Dallas. Aubrey, good with the extra point. And the Cowboys will make it a 2-score game as they are now up 9. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Here we go on the return from the 1. Now an opening past the 30. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Patriots offense and running back Joe Mixon heading out onto the field. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun. It's May. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go, set.
Now May. That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I would love to see his weapons do a better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through, and yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but the rest of this supporting unit needs to do a better job helping him.
Here we go. Seven Pirates.
Now, faking the give. That's down the field for Lamb. And he'll take it on in. C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys. Now, a two-point conversion attempt coming.
Let's go.
Now they'll set up to throw. That one batted away and incomplete. Good work there defensively. The try for two does not work. And it's a poor kick here. Doesn't even make the landing zone. So that means the ball's going to come out to the 40-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll motion over Samuel. Here comes the jet sweep. Not much happening there, just a short game. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Tracking 60.
Operating from the shotgun, it's May. That is intercepted. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream, a pick six for touchdown. And now, after the pick six, out comes the offense to try to really rub this in. Two-point conversion. This is going to be caught. So it's an 8-point swing. Not just the pick six, but add on a two-point conversion. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. And that's going to be short, not making it to the landing zone. So this means the ball's going to come out to the 40-yard line.
Ready up.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Ready. Go.
From out of the gun, here's May. Now he takes off. A big play to kick off this drive. 33 yards.
This is an element to his game that we don't necessarily spend a lot of time talking about. He's not known as a traditional runner at the quarterback position. But when he has some space like he had here, he is more than capable of not only converting first downs, but picking up big chunk plays.
Ready.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. We're back to Foxborough after this. Here's 2nd and 9.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Second.
He'll look to throw. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Back to throw. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Anders Carlson here now to try the field goal. This a 48-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Patriots cut 3 off the lead, but they still face a sizable deficit.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
They'll begin here on the ground. And he works his way through an opening. Up past the 35. Nice run for 8 on that one. This one complete to Palmer. Down to the 10. And he will score. Trey Palmer. Touchdown, Dallas. The extra point by Aubrey is good. The Cowboys add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. And he'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Patriots offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Kaiir Elam. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the goal line. Nearly a pick 6, but he does set up the offense with 1st and goal.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at that.
Fighting for the goal line. He lost the football. It's out. One of the Patriots has it. Oh, those hurt so much. Knocking on the door, getting down inside the 5 to fumble there. Greg, it never feels good to fumble, but in that spot on the field, that stings.
Yeah, it's just a brutal way to end this drive, but you got to give credit to defense. The philosophy of red zone defense, Mike, is takeaways and field goals. In this case, they force the big takeaway, and they keep points off the board.
So we reach halftime, and the visiting and no rest for the weary. Let's get right back to it. Quarter number 3 set to begin. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense and CD Lamb set to take over once more. As we move deeper in the season, he continues to put up the big numbers week after week. And you see it manifest there. The NFL's leader in receptions to this point of the year.
Ball carried by number 20. Out of bounds at the 34-yard line.
2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll fight forward for a couple of yards, but a flag is down, and the linemen are already walking back. Rolling right, it's taken in, and that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down. They put Pickens in motion. Open man, left side, he's got it. And he will have a 1st down, but I don't think that's going to stand. They're already heading backwards. Tyler Smith, guilty on that one. So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. That's over the middle and intercepted. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for for the touchdown. Anders Carlson now for the PAT. His kick is good, and the Patriots are able to cut into the deficit. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Palmer now to return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will be... First and 10. Drive will start on the ground. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Here's a run going left. Third and a yard. They'll try to get this one on the ground. Give them 14 on that one. First down, Cowboys.
You can see the trust they have in this running back and the offensive line. You're facing a 3 and out. You're trying to extend this drive, turn around, hand it to the guy behind you, and let him do the rest.
That's brought in right side by Pickens.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. It's into the hands of Pickens once again. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
And this offense is now really on the move, Mike, and it's the passing game that's leading the way. They've been able to march their way downfield thanks to this aerial attack, so don't expect them to go to the ground game anytime soon. If I'm this play caller, I'm continuing to lead on this, not only in this drive, but probably for the rest of this game.
And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Now a give up the middle, and nothing develops there. It'll stay right at the 5-yard line. No gain on that one. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Now, Aubrey for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Cowboys will extend this 3rd quarter lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Here we go, smash, smash, reload, reload.
They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. He's able to get away from one man, but those reinforcements, they got there quick. Take him down behind the line. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
Let's go.
To throw now, May. Samuel brings this in along the sideline.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Taken at the 19. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll... Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll run. He'll try the left side now. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. Deron Payne there for the stop. 2nd and 7. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation. And for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
And he's going to have a Cowboys 1st down. It's a gain of 12 facing 4th down. They'll run. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. That's caught by Lamb. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
Well, he had such a great first half throwing the football. There's no reason to think, Mike, coming out here for the start of the 3rd, that anything's going to change. He's picked up right where he left off, and the numbers are indicative of just how well he's played.
And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
Starting to see a back right now, Mike, that's finding his way with this defense. Back-to-back big gains. Have to see, do they just continue to ride the hot hand, or do they start putting the ball in the air?
Right back to him on 1st down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. They'll look to throw. This one complete to Bryant. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. Set to go now on 1st and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. And the Cowboys are going to have it 1st and goal. He'll take this one down to about the 3-yard line.
And all you can do at this point, Mike, is just really marvel at how well he's been able to run the ball. And throughout the course of the game, they've certainly not been shy in giving it to him. And I think he's held up his side of the bargain.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown. There is a marker down, but I think this score is going to hold up.
Offside. Defense.
On for the PAT is Aubrey. The kick is good. The Cowboys add on to their already sizable lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30. May now on 1st and 10. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many.
Now, a loose football. The Cowboys have it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
And his fine afternoon on the ground continues. The last run going to put him up over 100 yards for this one. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. This pass right side caught by Lamb.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big...
Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. One of the Patriots has it. The defense comes up with a play in the red zone. Those active hands get to the quarterback, knock it out, and they come up with the recovery.
Mike, we see this from time to time down here when an offense is operating in the red zone. The field shrinks, coverage gets a little bit tighter, quarterbacks tend to hold the ball a little too long, and that's exactly what came back to bite them right here.
They face 2nd down and 7. Throwing now is May. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note.
Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And it's recovered by one of his teammates. And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout. A gain there of 21. Good for a Patriots 1st down. To throw again is May. He's got it at about the 8. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
That's another Patriots first down.
May to throw again. They try to work the screen with Mixon. And he'll lose yardage here. The defense standing strong in the red zone. They drop him back at the 10. Here's May again. That one underneath here to Mixon. He brings it down to the 5-yard line. But now it is 3rd and goal.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk.
That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Pop Douglas. Touchdown, Patriots. Carlson's kick is good. And the Pats cut into the lead a little bit. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Palmer now to return. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as we look at the highlights, you see it's been tough to stop him here today. Couple of touchdowns in this ball game. He has, without a doubt, been the driving force in this offense so far. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22.
Let's go. 19 tight. 19 tight. Go.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. That's complete left side to Pickens. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. Throwing now on 1st and 10. And he's got Palmer. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 36 yards.
Well, I think one thing's for sure, Mike. I don't think we're seeing an offense that is comfortable with this late lead. They're continuing to put pressure on the defense and say, hey, I don't care how much we're up by. We're going to continue to execute our passing game, and if there's opportunities downfield, we're going to continue to take them.
And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2nd down and 3. Back to the air one more time. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. And he's going to be run out after a gain of about 6, but that'll be good enough for a 1st down. Terrific day throwing the ball, and the numbers now show it. Over 300 yards passing in this one. It's 1st down, and they'll run. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Now they'll set up to throw. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he's in. George Pickens. Touchdown, Dallas. That is 2nd touchdown of the game. He's up to 9 now on the year. Greg, in the end zone again. I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with a win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
Brendan Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. That's going to be pulled in by Brown. And he's going to take this one all the way. 74 yards. Touchdown, New England. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
Carlson able to knock through the extra point, and the Patriots will get just a bit closer. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Palmer now to return. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return. The Cowboys offense and their running back set to go once more. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. In the middle of the field, it's taken by C.D. Lamb. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. This one complete to Palmer. He's to the 15. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. A couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. He'll get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's May. He gets it to Samuel, left side. And he'll wind up out of bounds past the 45-yard line. How about 25 yards to start the drive? 1st down. Out of the gun, here's May. Going right back to Samuel, he's got it again. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. Do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. Carlson's kick is good. And the Pats cut into the lead a little bit. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go
Now, faking the give. He's going to let one go deep for Lamb. He's got it. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb. And that will lead to a 2nd down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Again, working deep downfield. And they are going to add 6 more here at the end. Stay tuned for the coach's handshake. It might not be the friendliest. That late touchdown extends the margin of victory here on the game's final play. So it's a win here for the visiting Cowboys. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each